Good morning, okay, and it's 7:34. Happy Tuesday to you. A great organization that we've been chatting with for a while that we love hanging out with, Pharos Parenting. Nate Saunders joins us this morning in studio. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you two doing?
Doing well. You got an event coming up here soon. That's a funny event because the stuff you guys do isn't necessarily funny,
No, it's
right?
serious,
You guys do
yeah.
very serious work, but this is an opportunity to go out and have a good time. Is it a family-friendly show?
We are not strictly marketing this as like the jokes are going to be about primary colors and like how to do basic math.
Right.
Although I guess that could be funny now that I mentioned that. But this comedian, what he does is not political and it's not dirty.
Okay.
But it is hilarious.
Okay.
Maybe don't bring your 6-year-old, but if you have some, teenagers, they might enjoy it.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we don't want to fill the room with kids.
Yeah.
And it is at 8 at night. So, you're going to be getting out of there probably around 10 o'clock.
Now
so
we're judging all the parents.
Yeah.
probably shouldn't bring your little children if it's that late. But yeah, if you have a teenager that wants to come, I mean, they'll have a great time.
Andy Forrester and Nevin Sharma are performing at Cain Center for the Arts August 16th. It's at 8 p.m. Cain Center for the Arts is in Cornelius. I'll go ahead and spoil it. We're going to do a ticket giveaway online.
We will do a ticket giveaway on social for this too. So keep following WSSE Good Morning LK and socials and to look for that.
So Pharos Parenting, Nate, you've been with them for a little while now. Overall, your experience working, do the people at Pharos really care about seeing parents thrive with their relationships with children?
I mean, it's why they're there. We're very much a nonprofit, which is why we have to do fundraisers like a comedy show. So the people that have been with us for a long time, and like about half the staff has been with the organization for over a decade.
Wow.
And it's just because it is what they want to do. Like they find meaning and purpose and they make it work for themselves. If you wanted to have a huge career that paid a ton of money, working for a nonprofit that helps families is not the way to go. The people that we have working there, that is them.
Yeah.
Like that's what they want to do. And it's pretty amazing to work for a group that does that. I'm the communications director, so I don't go into the home. I'm not the expert on, I haven't received all the training on what all we teach, what our curriculum teaches, what that all says. I'm kind of just a hype man.
And dudes are just naturally scary to kids, I feel like. I feel like as a dad, like when I walk to the kid group, like I'm just naturally the one that, oh no, Shrek's here. Everybody look out.
Right.
Like,
there is a reason why most of our staff is female.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
Yeah.
Smart move.
It seems to be very much more natural for them to go into a home and work with a parent and work with young children as well. I'm so happy to be the hype man for this company because it genuinely, the stories that I hear that I can't, broadcast on the radio, incredible.
I had the chance to sit down with Tanya on the Lake Norwood Woman podcast a few weeks ago and talk to her. And she was just saying that you guys help everywhere from like birth all the way up to 18. So, and because parenting changes, right, at different phases of your life. So maybe you needed help with the newborn stage and, how to deal with some of that frustration. But then you can come back when they're teenagers too and deal with, what's going on in those phases too.
You could be a grandparent too and benefit from our classes on how to reach your grandchildren. But certainly we have 7 different classes that we teach that are all tailored for different people, whether you're a father, we have a specific fatherhood class, or if you're separated from your from the other parent, or if you're new and expecting parent, or if it's toddlers, or if it's like middle school age or high school age, we tailor our classes for different stages. But yes, parenting changes, and sometimes some ages of kids, it can change pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And also parenting changes if you have multiple children. And you could be like my wife when she was growing up, where all you had to say was a big girl wouldn't do that. And she'd be like, oh my gosh, you're right. Whoa, okay, I won't do that ever again. And then you could be, other kids where it's like, a big girl wouldn't do that. And they'd be like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You've got to kind of change for your second, third, fourth kid.
Man, that's
you got
where
to
I'm
kind
at
of
right
tweak
now.
how you
Were you
how you
listening to
parent them.
Were you listening to my conversation with my kid yesterday? Just telling him, I was like, no, dude, big kids don't do this. Yeah, Dad, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter to me, yeah.
I'm doing what I want.
So yeah, parenting changes. But this fundraiser, you said you do about 4 fundraisers a year. Is that right?
That's right. So this is our next one. It's August 16th, 8 p.m. at the Cain Center. It's a comedy show. It'll be about an hour and a half, 2 hours long of just straight up stand-up comedy.
Just funny.
Just funny stuff. I've hired in a previous job. I hired Andy Forrester to do a comedy show. And,
So you've seen him?
I was in pain.
Yeah?
When it was done. It was a great time. So when I got hired by Pharos, they're like, "We do a comedy show. We need to find a comedian." I was like, "Okay, that's done."
Yeah.
I got a guy who
We'll
make
deal
you
with that
vomit.
again
Yeah.
next year. We also have a golf tournament at Trump National in Mooresville.
nice.
That's in October. Tickets are on sale for that too. Our other events include a gala that is a new thing that we're planning for a year and a half out. And we have a luncheon in the spring as well, where we just kind of educate the public, provide free lunch, and just let you know what we do. But
Great.
we're looking forward to August 16th, Andy Forrester at the Cain Center.
Great opportunity. PharosParenting.org is the website I'm looking at. And so here's what the mission is: to build positive parenting skills through targeted education, in-home coaching, and supportive intervention programs. So y'all actually go into people's homes and help them get skills with dealing with situations with children.
That's our bread and butter. Without getting too into the weeds here, this isn't just we hire people that have had 3 kids. And it's like, "Oh, you were a good parent. We'll just send you into someone's house." It's very structured. There's a lot of education we don't just hire anybody and just send them in. They go through a lot of education before we send them into someone's home. It's actually, we are kind of affiliated with the National Exchange Club. It's one of these civic organizations like the Rotary or the Elks or the Moose or what, the Exchange Club. There's like 5 of them here in the listening region. They decided, the National Exchange Club, back in the 70s, that one of their main pillars was going to be child abuse prevention. They decided it in a huge meeting. They've stuck with it ever since, 50, 60 years later. And as a result, they developed the Parent Aid program, the Exchange Parent Aid program. And as a result, once they developed that program, that's the structure, that's the education for the parent aides, as they call them, to go in. We call them parent coaches just because that's a more modern term. That's all the infrastructure to get ready to send the person into the home. And they made centers that provide this service. We are one of those centers. Our technical name isn't Pharos Parenting. It's Exchange Center for the Prevention of Child Abuse of Iredell County Incorporated, which is a very long name. So that's why we needed a slightly shorter name. And so that's where our structure comes from. That's our bread and butter. That's how we started in 1987. So we've been around for almost 40 years doing this. And that program is what's amazing. Our free parenting classes that we offer are great. And those are some great moments and light bulbs that go off in that class. But the thing that has always worked for the past 38 years is this Parent Aid program, that it's a relationship where we meet with the people, usually for 1 hour a week, every week for about 14 months. So over a year.
Wow, that's a long time. Yeah.
And we see amazing change. They do all sorts of like interviews and questionnaires at the beginning, in the middle, at the end, and we can see their growth. We can see changes. We see a 90% success rate with this program.
Wow.
Which is pretty incredible.
That's amazing.
And especially back when we first started in the 80s, we got lots of referrals from the Department of Social Services where they were like, "Yeah, this is borderline. You guys need to step in before we have to really take action." A 90% success rate in that kind of scenario is incredible. These days, because we branch out more, we have, digital media where I jump in with social media, do radio interviews, press releases. We have a website. We get a lot more self-referrals of people that aren't necessarily totally desperate, DSS knocking at their door, although we certainly work with those people as well. But we have plenty of people that are like, my second child is difficult. I'm not sure, I was great with that first kid. Not sure about the second one. They're just not responding right. They reach out to us. We do a phone call with them. Sometimes that phone call is all it needs, or it's like, try this, this, and this, and they're like, "Oh, okay, one of those worked." Or they goes into a full on, you should come into my house once a week. Let's really work on some things. Even if it's like potty training, you're struggling with that. If it's your first kid and you're like, "I'm really not good at this." we can help with tips.
I was
going to
ask
on
if
that.
you can help with Bill's potty training, but we're still working on that one too. But
I don't know if they've ever done adult potty training, but we can give that a shot.
Nate Saunders, he's with Pharos Parenting, pharosparenting.org. Coming up, Andy Forster, August 16th, Cain Center for the Arts. Look out on social media for the ticket giveaway if you want to go to this great opportunity to support Pharos Parenting, one of the major fundraisers for the year. Nate, thanks for coming by.
Thanks, Justin.
So much.